Questions?
What are these samples being, what are these samples that we're working with right now?
The drum tracks were recorded by Zach, and the piano tracks were recorded by me, and they're in a big folder, and they're all queued or available in relation to whatever little window of the piece is available at any point in time. So it's a big cube. You can see there's a map up top. You wouldn't know it's a map, but that little cube thing.
Yeah.
And there's like a little star thing in that spot. That's where we are within the cube. And so at that particular place, these are the sounds we can access.
Cool.
So when we go to a different place, there will be different sounds.
Got it. So what we're playing are like little drop-in snapshots of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. Next question.
What is the range of length of the samples? Some of them just 3 seconds long, and some of them 90 seconds, or how?
They're all pretty long.
Okay.
I wound up. They're all I'd say between 1 minute and 3 minutes. So I think this total cube has around 4 hours of recorded audio, of unrepeating recorded audio. So a 20-minute jam explores like a corner, or if you move quickly through it, you get like little bits and tastes of like different sections.
So we're not necessarily listening for like a repeating thing, because we may not get to the end of whatever phrase it is until.
Yeah, right. You could.
But it would be a long time to wait if that's what you're waiting on.
Well, I think it might be difficult to know whether shugagagum is a repeat of the audio file or a repeat of the musician's behavior within the recording.
Sure.
For example.
I mean, we don't know that, you're saying?
Yeah, the composer didn't think that was important to distinguish, I guess.
When you said move quickly through it, what is the difference between moving quickly or moving slowly through selecting the samples? Like, is the time of what we're playing through consistent, or do our actions affect the rate at which we move through things?
That's great. It is the latter. We're able to move it at whatever speed we choose.
Great.
So that's one of the big things. Sure. Why don't we talk about that for just a moment? You'll see the slider on the bottom that says play and guide.
Yeah.
When the slider is on play, anything with color on the screen is going to make a sound. And when the slider moves to guide, and you can do it on your tablet if you want to just tap where it says guide or slide it over. Anything with color is going to be a link to a different node in the piece. So if you touch, for example, if you're on guide and you touch it,
I got one.
everybody see a 1? Little number 1 in the middle of the circle. If you don't,
It's gone now, but yeah.
then
Don't.
okay. Yeah, sometimes it gets out of sync with the server, and that's Here, try it again. Now hit the guide and tap whatever happens to have color on it.
Now I see number 1 and 2.
And then there are multiples of us in the room, so anyone who touches it is going to be able to register their vote for where they think the piece of music should go.
Got it. I see a different map now.
Yeah, so we have here we have an intersection. Let's not worry about it musically, we can just worry about it from the standpoint of moving through the form of the piece.
Yeah.
So again, if the tab is on guide, anything that has color is going to take us somewhere. And so you can, vote, for example, for that one, and somebody else might vote.
Okay, so I see stay on the top.
Yep, you can vote to stay if you wish.
Sure. I have no reason to fight it.
What is the count up with the dots?
That's the amount of time that we have to vote.
Okay.
And that can be changed. That can be anything from 0 seconds to infinity seconds. The larger the group, probably the longer amount of time people would appreciate having the chance to choose.
Is it always a matter of staying where you are or going where it's suggested, or is it sometimes, no, I want to go? Is there like a conversation technologically about which place should we go to, like which
Sure.
room we go to,
Yeah.
or is it always stay or the one option presented to us?
Well, the one that we just took had 4 options, and we'll
Mhm.
get to another one of those intersections, and maybe we'll talk about it when we get to that intersection. How about?
Yeah.
Why don't we take 2 more minutes and dive now that we know how to make the piece move,
Mhm.
if we want to make the piece move. So there's play and then there's guide, and let's go in for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Come on.
If it's flashing, it's making sound. Oh, it's gonna be on play. There you go.
Oh, this is so
One more half, right half of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
You messed it all up for everyone.
Oh, that's what was happening.
I was wondering what was going wrong.
You invited me.
Okay. Next, maybe next.
Yeah, let's talk about
Comments or-
some symbols. So, is the triangle little pointer, almost like a compass thing, is that pointing to like some kind of root note drone?
It's not like what you got.
And do we all have agreement on what that is, or are we working off of different versions of that?
Everyone sees the same thing.
Okay,
And yes, the little triangle points to the root of the chord.
wonderful.
Okay.
And then does that correlate with some kind of like circle of fifths, or
Yeah, but
cycling of tones?
what would maybe make more sense than having it jump a fifth every notch?
it's all chromatic?
It's all chromatic.
Great.
But we can't move it that way?
You can't move it, but you can. I mean, if you touch a note at a given place,
Mm-hmm.
the note that you hear corresponds to that note's place. And noon is a C,
Got it.
or midnight is a C, whatever you want.
So then what I'm looking at, positions around that circle, I can see intervals, and so
Mhm.
got it.
Yeah, and the
Sweet.
pitch rises clockwise.
Okay.
So,
But we
at
can-
first you kind of have to count from noon or from wherever, depending on, I don't know. When there's a lot of people in the room, I hope people just play what they hear.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
There's stuff happening, just responding to it.
Mm-hmm.
But if people want to, I mean, so noon and then 1, 2, and then at 3 o'clock we have a dot. And so that's C, D flat, D. There's an E flat right there.
Yeah.
And when you touch it, you hear an E flat.
Yep.
And that changes with every place we go. The
Mhm.
notes that are available change.
Very cool.
And
But
so
we're not
that's-
changing that. I don't,
No, we just only have the option to play
wherever.
those.
A drone of those pitches.
Yeah, a drone of those pitches, exactly.
Because we don't have control over the pitches present, because we're dropping into snapshots of a composition.
Right,
Okay,
Got
that's what I was asking. Yeah.
right.
Okay, cool.
We're on whatever node this is.
Yeah. So it's like a giant choose your own adventure.
Mm-hmm.
That is, yes,
Yeah.
That's the goal.
what I want a room full of people to experience.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so the speed at which that takes place is dependent on what people feel like doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm trying to think
So
if
if
there's
you
anything
start
that
and
we've.
stop one, like
Mhm.
the root or whatever,
Yeah.
like if they already have that droning, I start and stop. It's just literally my speaker and.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think that's
Yeah.
sometimes I was like, did it stop? But that might have been because it was going.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if it's counterintuitive or intuitive, but the way that it's made is that the sound playing is individual.
Mm.
Like I have control over the sounds that I play.
Mm-hmm.
But where we are in the piece is always a collective acknowledgement or decision.
Yeah.
So the group together all move. So the choices that we have
Mm-hmm.
change depending on where we are, but we play our own sounds.
Okay.
Totally.
Yeah.
So I'm able to accidentally pick stuff that doesn't match. I figured out.
Yeah, I mean that's
So
not an
how-
accident. That's
how do you know?
It to my ear
Or
anyway.
dissonant
It
or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, it's dissonant, but it. So let's talk about an intersection before we do a deep dive. I think there's one coming up. Would anybody like me to change either the voting or the holding time?
Longer would be helpful for me. I literally was never even noticing it, and it would change when I was like thinking about other things.
Yeah, 'cause
Sure,
you're actually
by so
playing an
fast.
instrument.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're currently on 12 seconds. Should I do like 20, 24?
Boy, I can't. If it was 12 seconds, that's on me. I should be able to see it in 12 seconds. I just wasn't.
Why don't I
It
change
It wasn't
it?
capturing my attention enough,
Why don't I
which is
change it to
on me,
18?
but I wasn't. It wasn't.
Mm.
I'll move it to 18. And then there's a holding duration, which is how long a page is visible before we can vote again. So that's when you see a countdown and then another countdown.
Okay.
You see the
At the
countdown
top,
within the
top
play
right.
tab? Or
With
within
up at the
guide?
top, those little dots.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
sure,
little
sure,
dots.
Got it,
And
okay.
if we move, I think we're just about to move forward, so I'll move us forward into the next intersection, and we can talk about or see if there are any questions about what we might do.
And none of these symbols, we can't drag them around at all?
No,
Okay. Just
no,
making sure I didn't miss
it's
that.
very fixed.
Okay.
So here we are at an intersection, and maybe we want to just experiment with like what it sounds like to mash some of these tones.
Yep.
So for example, you can see three sort of radiating songs. I'm going to call them songs. One of them has like that tubular wave pattern at the bottom at 6 o'clock. That's what we've been listening to. Were we doing this one? Regardless.
We were doing top right corner. Oh no
Okay.
no. It was like an A flat minor chord.
Well, let me just say.
Whatever it was.
Well, let's just match some stuff and see how it sounds. The big open fields are percussion tracks.
Big open field. The geometric.
Yeah,
shapes
like the shapes behind the sort of background shapes. Those are the drum tracks.
Oh, these big
Oh,
shapes.
that's why I've never. Okay, got it.
Those are the drum tracks.
I never touched any of those. Okay,
Right?
cool. That makes sense. Okay.
And then the piano tracks are the ones that are in the little cymbals. So little rounded corner diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Categorically,
So
okay.
I have to stop this by
Drones
pressing
are the
again?
dots.
Mm-hmm.
The graphic symbols are piano tracks.
Yeah.
So the little
Drums
dots
are the big geometric. Okay.
And you can't really choose it in time by punching.
You
It
can
just
if you
starts
want.
as simple.
It starts as simple, but you can pick the spot when you start it if you want to time it to sync up.
But will it be the same each time, or will it be the symbol as well? Like if I do this, I get the snare drum. If I just don't touch it, it's gonna go into symbol, or is that someone else pressing it?
No, it's someone else. So it's just
Oh,
going to
okay.
play its track and it's going to seamlessly loop back around.
Okay, that's what I thought. And now we're hearing something playing recorded.
Yep, all this drum stuff is Zach's drum stuff. You'll also notice the color of these circles. They will play chords.
Hold on.
So the circles and dots.
Mm-hmm.
The little one, yeah.
Oh, like the
There you
bottom
go.
right corner right now? Way down?
No, that
The
one
super
not yet. I
little
haven't
dots.
made that one. That one's piece is still incomplete. But the ones that are in the circle, all the circles within the circle are chords that will play chords.
I'm not. Instead of individual drone notes.
When we reach an intersection,
Yep.
3 songs are coming together at this point.
Yep.
But rhythmically, if something else has happened, either someone playing
Mm-hmm.
or it's already going and you push this, it's just going to be completely out of time. It won't.
Everything is designed to be asynchronous.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Embracing
So it's the whole
chaos.
shape.
This is my inner Raiichi Sakamoto coming out in
Mhm.
terms of like what happens is the case.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, cool.
So when we reach intersections and you have these chords available,
Mhm.
are these like when you're gonna modulate and you need a pivot chord? Like would this be consonant with whatever we're about to head into?
Why don't you go there and find out? Which did you just choose this one? Yeah.
I chose
Yeah.
upper
you chose,
left circle.
I can hear it. So if we go there, these notes that are in that are still going to be there when we shift.
Cool.
Shift within
There's
the
a
reach
problem with the software. They're not lasting all the way through. You can figure it out. But
Thought I was saying yes.
I got there, it was a different version of that note ready
Yes.
to go. That's
yes.
cool.
Okay. Does that answer your question?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a room that 6, I guess.
So whoever touched the red, you'll notice that there's nothing else on the page that's red.
Yeah.
That's anticipating what's coming.
Got it.
So when we transition,
Oh.
if it's already playing, it will play through the transition.
Oh, that's nice.
And anybody who wants to prove it to the group can guide us there.
Yeah, it sounds like we're in a different key now. I mean, like it's kind of changed to me now.
Which you can see from the little arrow went from a B to a D.
Yeah, right.
Let's wrap up in the next minute.
interesting.
Every once in a while, I try to remember what the little cube looked like before, and if I could make any sense of how things were being mapped. And
Yeah.
I could not. I couldn't put my attention on that and choosing things and
For
responding.
sure.
There's a lot
Yeah.
to pay attention to.
Yeah.
There is. Is it unpleasant?
No. Not for me. I felt like it's a lot to manage, and I wanted to decide maybe I could pick two of those things. Like
Yeah.
responding musically and participating in what we might go to next.
Mhm.
Or think about like, how does this rhythm feel? How is this next other color key related? Whatever. But then I'd be like, oh yeah, shit, the cube. What's the cube doing?
What's the cube doing?
But it was great. Like not the difficulty that I found in navigating what was in front of me didn't pull me musically out of the experience.
Cool.
It was
Okay.
pretty engaging actually for me.
What if we see Laura, the lady who runs it, just flag me down so I can ask her for another half hour. I would love to hear. I just want to ask you guys a couple of questions really quickly. And let me see if I can find her.
Do you want me to cut?
No, we can cut restart at any point. My first question is what. I mean, the next time I do this or we do this, I want to involve 5 times as many people.
Right.
What are some of the biggest things that I should think about as like in the giant experiment of jumping this up like a whole big step?
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear other people's speakers more. I want to hear like what you guys are hearing a little better.
Yeah.
That would be interesting
Yeah.
to me, instead of just be hearing my own speaker mostly.
Yep. I was going to say the same thing, monitoring of some kind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whatever that is.
I wonder if it's as simple as putting the speakers. I kept thinking that it was going to be difficult for people not to hear their own choices,
Right.
but maybe it's also difficult for us not to hear other people's choices. Maybe just having them out in front, or
I mean, could just making it a little louder be enough of an answer?
Yeah.
do you want to just do like a?
I'm just
minute?
curious if we
turn it
just
up?
upped the volume level of the speakers to
Yeah, do
generally
it.
30%.
Let's check it out.
If that
Let me
would
just run
accomplish
and
some of it.
see if Laura's like right here. Laura, are you right
Fellas,
here?
it's interesting because I'm kind of the idiot foil in a great way because I don't know. You know,
Right.
I'm not playing anything and I can loosely understand, but like I'm just like, oh, push that, and then you guys are everything like, whoa, you know.
Yeah.
But that might actually be helpful. I think the more abrupt and annoying I make it, and seeing how you guys adapt is probably helpful to them. But I'm not trying to be annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I liked feeling unsettled.
Yeah.
I felt like constantly
Yeah.
interested.
One thing, Kip, I wonder about is like if you want to stop something, sometimes that's very abrupt.
Mhm.
That's why
Yeah.
If we were playing,
Yeah.
if I was playing an instrument, I could go, oh, that's not
Yeah,
working.
right.
You know, you can kind of jump off nicely.
I'm kind of hoping that.
So I don't know how that works, but
Yeah, that one's unfortunately in the camp of things that.
is really, really difficult.
Well, it's like I don't know. It's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of banking on like strength in numbers, like enough
Yes.
people.
Mhm.
You know, it's like in a whole section, only one person drops out, and then another person drops out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But abrupt is also, to my experience, like kind of a pleasant thing in this very like long, drawn out, drone filled kind
Mhm.
of
Yes.
eternity directed musical vibe.
Mhm.
When something changes abruptly, either positively
Mhm.
or absently,
Yeah.
it's kind of a pleasant experience, even if it's not harmonically related.
Yep.
Like just the experience of seeing somebody go like, oh, it's kind of like a nice.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that.
The only thing is, like, when you feel like a sample cut,
Yeah.
that's an awkward experience.
Yeah, totally.
Right,
And you're like,
right.
I did that.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Like something where you're hearing something sustained and then suddenly you
Yeah.
don't hear decay. It's just,
It's just.
Yeah.
yeah.
Same
Um,
with percussive sounds actually too.
Yeah, it's true. This piece would
Like,
benefit
if
from
it
a
would
long
just fade out,
crossfade,
it's like, yeah.
a longer crossfade,
Yeah.
a long. I'm not sure.
Or if there are ways to put
Yeah.
outs on the samples.
They, yes and no. I mean, we heard them start and restart a bunch of times as we were playing, but we didn't know. But like, if they tapered off and then came back in, then you'd be like, I see it flashing, but I don't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
the, you know, not that I'm trying to like tell you all the reasons why I didn't do the good things you're suggesting.
Yeah. And another annoying, impossible thing is like, what if you could press and hold and that could swell the volume? So I could end up using my speaker just to try to do that, just to see. what
Yeah.
happened.
That would be totally next level. Like
Okay.
a whole. It would
That's
be
what I was
amazing.
guessing.
I mean, it would be amazing to have.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's.
I understand that.
No, no, it's okay. I don't actually want to have to give an apology of everything. That's a really good
Yeah.
suggestion.
Yeah. But also, it's really fun. So, I want to say that too.
My experience was I felt inhibited for my dynamic range, what I could do.
For sure.
That felt like I'm participating versus being like intrusive, or just my hesitance as a like rhythmic centered player from my professional experience. Like
Right.
wanting to participate in the groove was hard to do because I just felt like the groove relative to everything else was so quiet
Mm-hmm.
that if I did anything of any
Yeah.
substantive volume,
Mm-hmm.
I would not really be able to hear
Mm-hmm.
rhythmically if it's like jiving with other rhythms that are happening.
Can we, I mean, can we try when we turn everything up real loud?
Sure, yeah,
Sure.
I would like to try that.
Yeah.
Because it would be fun to be able to participate confidently in rhythmic motion, but it was hard to do so.
Yeah, maybe just like
Yeah.
a 5-minute.
My other
If
question
that's-
though is,
if
let's say he
it-
starts playing a pattern or some sort of structure is
Mhm.
happening. If someone without an instrument, if you try to join rhythmically, it can just be like such a clash. Do you recommend just like trying?
I
a few different
recommend just
times?
letting the clash get into the room and hearing the particular way that it's played, because after a certain amount of time, that just becomes the new normal.
Right, but by me turning it off and on again, or just try
Well,
to
whatever
let it
you, I mean, yeah.
I don't think that's that much different than Kip playing a pitch or a figure, and then me in the middle of a figure making an adjustment or hearing the clash and rolling with it because it's a cool dissonance.
go?
I feel like it's just,
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable with that than a rhythmic dissonance,
Right.
but I
Yes.
think that a rhythmic dissonance
Agreed.
I guess I just
might be okay.
It's hard to join
Yes.
rhythmically, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to stomp on his thing accidentally. But we just try it.
I mean, I'd say, do it and
Try it?
do it and don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's got a speaker they can turn up? Just hit the plus button a bunch of times.
Also, that is another fun thing. You can play with your volume.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is-
absolutely.
that is a cool idea. I didn't try that, like actually letting this be a bit of a dynamic instrument.
You ready for a minor seventh? Split out over a few octaves. I love that rhythmic dissonance. It makes me so happy.
Nice fade out, Will.
Literally the best thing I did was turn it down.
I mean, does it feel
It's
like they're
super fun.
mistakes, or do they feel like they're,
Super fun.
you know, they're not mistakes really. They're just different sounds. I mean, that was very chaotic. That was the most chaotic part of the piece, I think. Those were some very dissonant tonalities.
It actually didn't strike me as uncomfortable at all in that regard.
Yeah, it was fun to try.
For some reason, like I don't know, it's just
Louder's better, huh?
I think so.
Bless
Stop
you.
it.
I think louder helped. Louder helped, like I could participate without sticking out too much.
Sure. Sure.
And it was great to hear more of what was going on.
I had that louder.
Cool.
Should we try having them also not playing instruments?
It's
It's
instead
so
of
crazy what you guys have to do.
yeah, I mean it is.
Like for a
Instead, instead I want to pack up and be out of their hair by 1 o'clock. They were
Cool.
nice to give me an extra half an hour. I mean,
Oh,
I paid
okay.
for the extra half hour, but no, I want to hear if, maybe if for 5 minutes or something, like, just as you think about what we've done over the last hour, where would be a good place to do it? Does it matter? Is it fun in the theater? Would it be nice somewhere with natural light? Would it be nice somewhere that didn't feel like a traditional art or performance space?
Like with other sound, like in the middle of a city, with like chaotic sounds around you, and you mean like.
I guess it could be. We're coming up on winter, so it'll be an interior space.
This is true.
But I guess I'm looking to find like a large sort of room, just a big room with a high ceiling, and maybe a few electrical outlets.
Yeah,
And then I was just gonna like gaff tape some hallways, some walkways, and then invite people to set up whatever they can bring in the available spaces, but like very much in the round, not audience people with instruments, but like everybody's in a circle
Have you
together.
played in Aria? Do you know that building?
Yeah, another building.
I might be able to get that through my buddy Tom Pock. That would be what you're describing.
Okay.
That's
Right?
cool.
That big, huge, like the tall
Yeah.
ceiling room.
Mhm.
Very tall. I'm playing this series over at the Basilica of St. Mary right now in Minneapolis. They've got this big installation of lighting, but also audio, where wherever you sit, you're getting a different perspective. It's almost like surround. Like, it's like front one, front left, front right, rear, like 8 different points,
Wow.
different sound nodes. And that experience of being in that space with sound all around was really stunning. So just huge vote of confidence for
Wow.
big space, high ceiling, sounds all over. Incredible experience.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are there pews in the
Yeah.
way? How do you get around them? You just go in the aisles.
People are seated,
People are seated.
Yeah.
Okay.
and so they're feeling like the sound is happening around them
Gotcha.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I've played pieces before where musicians are all spread out, and it's like that environment where observers, the audience, is kind of just exploring different spaces. I think that can be incredibly fun as an audience member. I think it's a little harder to feel a full part of it as the player when you can't experience what other people are experiencing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like all the ways you could do this, because you could really set up camps and, like, it could be 50 feet apart from each other.
Yeah.
And we really don't know the impact we're having on the music.
Yeah.
We're participating in our own sound bubble, creating something,
It's true.
and it is the mixture that gets to be experienced only by the audience.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be a really
Depending
different,
where they are.
it'd be a really different thing, but
Yeah. And winter, obviously, big obstacle, but if weather wasn't a factor, you could do it in the woods somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be different as you travel along or travel through a space.
I have an idea for that. That would be really fun. Yeah. I love that idea. What about this though? Thinking incredibly pragmatically for a moment. Maybe something where we're creating a recording because we're shooting it. We'll actually not just invite people in, but then have something that more people get see to be excited or drawn to the next one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yes.
Of whatever version of those ideas.
My thought is the next one is bigger than this by enough that it's not like impossible to consider. And then it'd be lovely if there was like a presenter who was willing to take on the financial aspect of like hiring players. And then, wouldn't it be amazing to like do one of the lunchtime concerts with the Schubert Club in the courthouse down in St. Paul or something like that, where like the audience is directing us with their phones, and then we're
That'd be awesome.
like, like a chamber music situation. there's 4 trumpet players on different roofs on 4 sides of an intersection, and there's like somebody with them directing, and like
Yeah.
like flash mob at the Mall of America cafeteria. Like people could really like be nervous about what's happening in the world if all of a sudden musicians are like connected sonically but not necessarily coordinated visually. That's deeply disassociative hopefully in a positive way,
Yeah.
like a society is ours to tear down and rebuild kind of way.
Yeah. I mean, what you've built is amazing. It'll be fun for anybody in any combination of things, I would guess. But
I wish I had the confidence to participate in this as someone that could take larger risks. I don't quite feel comfortable enough to do that. I don't know if that's my personality or like musical values or what, but it'd be really fun to do this with someone who is just a little more brash with their statements.
Yeah.
That would be really exciting to me, even though I don't feel comfortable being that person.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really, really exciting. As far as like
A couple of wild cards in the room.
that
Yeah.
would totally surprise you and like give a more firm-handed push musically instead of like the subtlety of like
Yeah.
sprinkle here, sprinkle there, like which is kind of what we're all doing.
I feel like our careers are like carefully supporting people.
That's right. Yeah.
And like
Don't
the
do anything
limelight comes
dangerous.
and we quickly dance to the side.
Yes.
But like when I play with someone like the few times that I've experienced like guitarist Jeremy Ylvisaker,
Mm-hmm.
he's got such a strong flavor and not afraid to make a sound.
Yes.
It'd be really fun
Right.
with this.
Yeah, just kick in the door and here I
Exactly.
am. That's
He
cool.
loves
That would be exciting.
interval-based music too. He'd be a really fun person to have involved.
Yeah.
Lays out for like 8 minutes and then just like takes it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
oh man.
That would be fun. I think that would really make the experience exciting.
Balance the personalities like a dinner party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be
Right.
really,
Truly.
really cool. Ylvisaker's a great suggestion.
But you want anarchy to a point too, so.
I mean, that's it. Like, you get everybody, right? You get everybody.
Yeah, I like that.
Mhm.
And the only person you don't want is somebody who is just loud and doesn't listen to anything.
Right.
But I don't know them.
Yeah.
Like these guys responded,
you know.
even I was just like,
Yeah,
trillion
totally. I mean,
buttons, you guys.
like, I
sort
feel like
of-
if you make it to adulthood and you're still anywhere near one of these, like, there's a certain amount of reality that's
Yes.
set in. I'm happy. Any last bits of advice?
Is there a way to control how many sample events are happening simultaneously? Or is there, for a while, like, let's say there are many participants choosing many samples.
Yeah.
At some point, would everything just be happening all at once?
Yes. So I guess the way is really in terms of like the only power per se is acoustic power.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, without trying to be too philosophical, like that is the fundamental dialectic, is like power versus decentralization.
Mhm.
Like, if everything is available, then what does it even mean? How do you, etc. But like having a loudspeaker versus a soft speaker really makes a difference. Like if somebody's in the audience, they're just gonna be playing on their phone. It's gonna be like, and then people who come with a boombox or whatever are going to be able to drive more of it. And I guess like I don't really have a plan other than just accepting whatever happens.
Because I think some of the sparse things are really exciting too.
Yeah.
And it'd be, I think, a loss not to be able to participate in some sparse sections. I've done some generative music where you can program in
Limits.
Yeah, like randomized, but like
Yeah.
at this point only 3 events can happen simultaneously or whatever.
It would be what that would look like in this modality would be just having fewer samples available to people. Where, like, for example, if this and this and this weren't available, or if it were just this, you might hear it 100 times, but it's gonna have that frequency range, those notes.
Interesting, yeah.
And it would cascade. The more people are involved, the more like.
Yeah.
But so it's a matter of limiting choices.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
yeah, I mean that's almost less of a how can I make this event better, and more of a how can I be a better composer of this kind of music. Is in terms of like what choices are available at every point in time. This is, it's maybe a little bit too homogeneous across the cube. Like if only there were a corner that was just rain sounds. If only there were a corner that was just.
Or just
And
dry
Zach
sounds.
has played a few of these different pieces, and he knows that there are some that are much more like that, where there's just a lot less that can be done.
Got it.
And this is like moving more into a maximalist.
Yeah, I'm probably responding to that chaotic situation that we just played through, which was
Yeah.
cool and exciting.
I mean, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's a long enough event, and if people are, you know, in it, and there's that many people, we probably do 3 different pieces. We probably do it instead of like doing a minute on this piece, 5 minutes on this piece, and then 15 minutes on this piece. We do something very simple, something a little more complicated, and then this guy.
Yeah. The only other connection that I've thought of is what is it? Those Brian Eno apps, like Bloom, and have you ever played with those?
I haven't either.
You know, of them, I haven't checked it out.
Guys,
But
I'm
yeah,
so
that's-
excited to show you.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good
Look up
reference.
Bloom. That's the one that I remember
Okay.
right away. Which is ambient generative music. Brian Eno and some other person engineered it. And it's both colors and sounds. And it records what your finger does across the screen, and that correlates to music and keeps repeating it and morphing it, and you can control, like, I don't know, in simple ways like modes or what your tonal center is, or switch from this color set to a different color set.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Wow.
I've
So
heard that too.
something like that could be a cool opportunity to take this out of a live experience.
Mhm.
You know, when you're saying like we're recording this, maybe there's a way to have something that people can participate with out of the moment as
yeah.
well.
Thank you.
Check that
That's
out.
great.
It's
I
pretty
look
fun.
forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a good long rebuttal, but it's probably better to just keep my trap shut because I look forward to checking out. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Guys, I so value your time this morning helping me out with this.
Man, keep
Thanks.
going, keep
Yeah.
going.
I mean,
Keep going, man.
It's great.
Yeah, it's
Thanks
it's
for letting me
it's a
play
long
in
road.
your
It's a
sandbox.
long, slow road.
No man,
It's
it's
awesome,
amazing.
but-
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when did this start? Like the inception that has become this? Like this is-
September of 2018.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So it's-
Wow. Wonderful.
I mean, this is one of maybe 12 or 15 pieces
Mhm.
that have been written like this. But I mean, it's a whole long story, and I can talk way too long. But instead, better to shut off equipment and get out of the theater's hair
Sure.
on time.
Cool, man.
Very cool. Thank
It's
you.
really
Kate.
fun.
Yeah, dude.